from 2K Sports as we we are really in the thick of the regular season now, Greg. Do you like what you've seen so far?
Absolutely. You can tell that everyone came to play this year. The game just keeps getting more advanced, and the skill level continues to rise.
Now the starting group for Orlando. Running out on the wings, they'll have Bain and Wagner. Down low, it's Banchero and Carter. And it's Suggs in at point. Carter looking around. Shot clock at 6. Fires for 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside, Bain. Pass to Carter. Banchero outside. And it's Suggs missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A glue guy you can plug in just about anywhere.
Carter with a screen on Barrett. Payton for 3. The Magic again can't hit.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And that one's good. Ingram.
Off to a perfect start, and you can see their confidence growing.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Yeah, you know, you can't allow them to get into a rhythm on offense. Once that happens, then you're in trouble.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Wagner outside. Looking to end the run. It's rebounded by Barrett.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
And Clark, the Magic with 2 good wings in Banchero and Wagner.
Yeah, they certainly have 2 of the better young wings in the league. Both forwards are outstanding at both ends of the floor. You know, it'd be kind of like a college football team with 2 gigantic tight ends. I mean, they're a physical duo, and that makes them formidable in every way.
Now Ingram. He really played well in that last game against Golden State. Pass to Barrett. Pirtle with a screen on Bain. Just 4 to shoot. Nice shot by Pirtle.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
1:51 left here in the first quarter. Barrett against Bain. Carter outside. Here's Suggs. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Here's Toronto. It's been 13 unanswered points for him. Barrett inside the three-point line. Again, Toronto.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. GA now in year 3 under Darko Rajakovic. The Raptors are staying the course.
His contract runs through next season, and he's all in on developing these young players and getting the best out of them.
You know what to do. Your move. Let's see what you got.
Going out now with a whole new group. Well, games so often come down to free throws, and when that's the case, these are the players you want at the line. The best free throw shooting two guards in the NBA. Number 1, Desmond Bane.
And one of the benefits of being as fantastic at the free throw line as he is it allows him to be really aggressive at driving the lane.
Which he is, very aggressive. He'll explode from his usual spot on the perimeter toward the rack, looking for contact, seeking it out, trying to get himself to the foul line.
Orlando moving the ball around. Pass to Black, takes a 3, drills it from outside.
Confident stroke by Black that time. No hesitation. He had his eyes locked in on the rim.
Here's Murray Boyle. To the inside. Now Dick. Here's Walter. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Wagner. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Here's Shed. 8 points his last outing. Three-pointer. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Toronto going into the break with a 10-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
They've got Grady Dick. He's out there with Scotty Barnes. And it's Shed in at the 1 spot. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Isaac a screen. Payne for 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
Here's Barnes. And Bane pulls it down.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's De Silva. Dick defending. The kick out to Bain. Again, the miss by Bain. Toronto leading by 8. And it's sent back by Isaac.
And the suffocating reach of Isaac is tough to overcome, and outshoot excels at getting up and denying shots.
Black the pass to Bain. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Here's Shed. And again, Toronto no luck. The Magic trail by 8. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Isaac outside. Ataze finds Isaac. It's Black in the corner. And the 3 off target. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thank you, guys. Jamal Mosley is doing a tremendous job for the Magic, and the players gravitate to his approach. He said, quote, "Coaching is teaching, and you can't teach yelling and screaming and hollering. You teach with communication and positivity, because that's how I think a lot of these guys will actually register it." Guys?
A new school approach, if you will. Thank you, Allie. And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Making some changes. Banchero's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Wagner comes in for Jonathan Isaac. And it's Suggs in for Bain. .151 left in the second quarter. Wagner on the wing. They set the screen. And it's Toronto with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. And we'll see if that's the answer.
The Magic trail by 11. And for such a young team, Greg, pretty impressive how well the Magic defend.
And that's their identity. They are elite at that end of the floor, and they force turnovers at a really high clip.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Getting more comfortable with his jumper. Jalen Suggs, no hesitation there.
Ingram passes to Pirtle. And it's quickly in the corner. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Wagner. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Orlando's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let him fly. Wagner wide open. The three-pointer no good. Raptors leading by 8.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
And that one's good. Ingram.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Here's Banchero. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And so it's Toronto holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. Back to the action in just a minute.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny, and EJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our midseason Eastern Conference standings.
Well, I think for the Raptors, they've underperformed thus far, but they're still tremendous. Now comes the hard part. They've got to tinker with the team until they find that championship recipe.
And returning our attention to this game, an impressive first half for the Toronto Raptors.
Their defense is getting it done, intimidating shooters, locking down lanes. They force guys to take bad shots and give up on plays.
Intimidating and very disruptive.
Not unlike yourself. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Brandon Ingram with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And so Wagner will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. 8-point game. Checking out the group for Jamal Mosley to start the second half. Down low, it's Banchero and Carter. Running out on the wings, they'll have Bane and Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the point guard position. And here's Ingram from the arc. Ingram can't get that one to fall. The Magic trail by 8. Here's Banchero. Good on the shot. Banchero's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Magic. Barnes outside. Onside, Barrett. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. And the Raptors lead by 8.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
And another of these young, talented players out of Canada. R.J. Barrett is a high-level NBA athlete.
It's in the blood. His father played for the Canadian national team. Barrett, an attack wing who loves to get downhill.
And it's Orlando with the rebound. Banchero outside. Outside, Suggs. Carter for 3. Rebound by the Raptors. Barrett's got 4 rebounds now tonight. No good there. Great defense that time from Banchero.
Another miss. Not how he wanted to start the second half.
Carter sets the pick for Banchero. Tries from 10. And Pirtle pulls it down.
It has been a shaky start this half for their offense, shooting just 1 of 5.
And you got to admire the tenacity from Barnes. Love seeing him take charge like that.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
A moment here to see the numbers for Franz Wagner. Averaging about 22 points per, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but That is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
Barnes the screen. A three from Quickly. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Quickly's got his second bucket of the night.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Desmond Bain, a deadly floor spacer, but he said, I have to be respected in a lot of different ways. Don't pigeonhole me into just being a catch-and-shoot guy or a movement shooter. I can score the ball in a variety of ways and do multiple things on the court. Back to you.
A lot for sure in his bag. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report. Raptors making a change here. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in. Anthony Black's checked in for the Magic. .157 left to play in the third. Now here's Ingram. He's got 10. Shoots the three. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Over the course of the game, he's been very accurate, doing some great stuff.
Wagner outside. Pass to Banchero. Tried to come right back with the three of his own. It's no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Black, no good. And here's Toronto. Big stretch here going 10-2.
Barnes really just forcing the D to commit. They chose him, and boy, did he make them pay.
The Magic trail by 16. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And that one's good, Wagner.
He's one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense.
And here is Quickly. He's got 8. Here's Barrett. Again, Toronto.
Showing improvement in that aspect of his game. Barrett wants to get better firing off the catch.
And finished off by Wagner.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
And it's quickly missing. The Magic trail by 13. It's Black in the corner. Goes back up. And Bain with the layup.
And they let Bain sneak in there. He is quite the opportunist.
Barnes outside. A three. Nailed from three-point land. Barnes has got 5.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
And so it's Toronto with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Things have been clicking offensively, defensively, you name it, and they are riding this wave of momentum. We come back right after this. different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Toronto leading by 14. We've got Walter, and it's Barnes in at the 4. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Even though he hasn't found his groove tonight, his teammates are picking him up.
Suggs with the ball. Pass to Bitadze. Now here's Wagner. Lawson defending. Now Suggs hits it from three-point range. Suggs has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Orlando. Toronto's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. It's blocked. Suggs looking around. Pass to Wagner. Black kicks to Wagner. Bitadze, a screen on Lawson. Suggs from outside off the mark.
Clear he's pressing a little bit right now, and that's not going to help.
And the dunk by Barnes.
And this kid has hops. Barnes gets airborne there and slams it down.
Wagner against Lawson. Pass to Black. Fires from deep. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Walter. Black defending.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Right wing. Screen by Bitadze. Now Wagner. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots the 3. Barnes rips down the rebound. And it's Barnes with the ball for the Raptors. And at one point, they led by 16. Takes the 3. Knocks down the 3.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Player of the game, Scotty Barnes.
And he's put on a terrific show of skill in the paint. A combination of moves, footwork, and that soft touch down low. It's all added up to one dominant performance for the big fella.
These fans love him, and tonight he's given them plenty to cheer about. Here's Banchero. Outside, Bain lets loose a 3. Pirtle there for the rebound. Raptors leading by 16. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Pirtle sets the pick for Ingram. Now Pirtle, pocket 6. It's good!
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Here's Wagner. Now Suggs. And again, unable to change the momentum here. Ingram against Bain. Does not go. The Magic trail by 18.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Raptors.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And tonight, they took the time needed, made the plays they had to, and that's why they're going up 1-0 in their 3-game season series against the Magic.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Barnes.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
That one is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Ingram. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Fires the three. Can't get it to go. Outside, Suggs. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Brandon, hot shooting for you tonight. Where do you get that confidence level to take over like this?
Just coming in, working on my routine every single day. I think my teammates put me in a really, really good position to step in the shots and give me confidence on the basketball floor to shoot the ball and also give them the basketball to do whatever they want on the floor to create and make something happen. So confidence comes from my teammates.
And you've been a great teammate as well. Guys, back to you.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. And so now, for Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.